The Eagles shouldn't be proud of that win. I agree with you. I'm down with you there. However, what do you got?
Ladies and babies.
What do you got?
You're going to look at that and say, you got underperformers down your belt?
Okay.
You can't believe in this Eagles team? What have I been saying all year?
What'd you say?
What did I say? I'm a Packers fan. What have I been... All of you that listen to the sports show, what have I been saying all year?
Take it away from
It's the sports show.
The barn is alive again.
Got me in my hormones. All gas, no brakes. Score 4-0. If you think you own this place, we get foreclosed. I've been in my head.
That's for you, Amy. That's for you. We'll give it one more time. That's the sound check.
Wow.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
It's been a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Your ears are not deceiving you. If you're on YouTube, your eyes are not deceiving you.
We're back.
You are listening to the sports show. You're listening to Mitch and Dimitri. We want to wish everyone, we haven't done one since the New Year, so Happy New Year to you.
All the best.
Everything out there, the Christmas, the Hanukkah, the New Year, whatever you want, we're wishing it to you. Listen. Sports Show, at Sports Show Podcast. Do us a couple favors right now. Look for a blue and white logo. A lot of imposters out there. They like what we're doing, but they're not doing what we're doing.
That's right.
At Sports Show Podcast. That's how you follow us on the Instagram. That's how you subscribe to the channel on the YouTube. I don't know what to tell you, Mitch. It's been too long. We have never, in the history of the sports show,
and I mean ever,
gone on a hiatus like this, not even the summertime.
That's right.
It's to the point that South Carolina George personally reached out to us and said, hey,
are
honey,
you okay?
Sugar babies. Are you okay?
Are you he was worried.
He's worried.
Yeah.
The guy had to dust off his Darth Vader costume week over week.
He did a welfare check.
It is what
Dude,
it is.
You know what? First off, Happy New Year. You're right. CJSW, we're happy to be on. This is the half an hour show. But today, because it's the half an hour show, the problem is that we got a lot to go through. So we're going to stop at 30 minutes like we're supposed to, but the show's going to keep going. So you're going to have to go to the Sports Show Podcast. You're going to have to go on Podbean. You're going to have to go Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and find out how it all ends. Because today, I'm going to tell you one thing, and I can guarantee you, 2025 has never felt this way. It's going to feel good, and if you're on a cliffhanger, you're going to have to log in and get to the rest of this. You can't read half a book and not get to the end.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
It's not right.
Listen, let's just get into it because we're already 1 minute in to a 30-minute show.
Oh, you're right. CJSW 90.9 on the FM dial that gives us the opportunity to speak our sports. Okay? Hashtag speak your sport.
Let us be us.
Listen, it's a wonderful thing. We'd be remiss to say, but you're right. We're going to go over the half an hour. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Podbean, Spotify, Instagram, at Sports Show Podcast, blue and white logo. You're going to get the rest of the content. We do this weekly. If you're on the CJSW and you're faithful, you hear us monthly, but we do this weekly.
That's right.
And by the way, we got to give a quick shout out.
Who?
A super shout out.
Who?
A Bonvita shout out.
What?
To Bata's partner.
Oh, right. That's right.
And until you, mein Freund, decide to shout us out, not through Bata. We don't want to hear that you're a fan through Bata.
That's right.
We want to hear you're a fan through you.
That's right.
So it's up to you to reveal who you are. We know who you are.
That's right.
But you're going to reveal yourself. And that way, I'm just saying, maybe in 2025, you have a seat on the show. Maybe. I'm just saying, you know what? Guaranteed. Done. Thank you for listening.
Absolutely. Listen, let's get down to it. You know me. Over the last 3 weeks, I've been doing nothing but perusing the nets. Ooh. And there's been a lot. And in fact, a lot came up this week alone. There's one subject I'm going to hold to the end. Why? Because it's a little bit more risque, and I can't really bring it on the airwaves during the CJSW show. We'll bring it on after. But listen, you know, the big scam, Dimitri, over the years was that Nigerian, prince calling everyone going, listen, I'm out of money. I need some money. Help me out. A lady in the UK just a couple of days ago lost, sent over, miscalculated over $850,000 and also got divorced. Why? She thought she was dating Brad Pitt. Listen, these guys, these scammers, their game has gone through the roof. I highly recommend go to Google right now. Quickly type it in the search engine, and you will see their AI game is through the roof. This lady, I don't know where you got $850,000 from. I don't know what the situation is, but if you see the videos and the pictures that were being sent to her saying, it's me, it's Brad Pitt, I'm in hospital, I need you to be my girl, I need you to be my lifeline, send me some money ASAP. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what else to say. This world's gone topsy-turvy in 2025.
That's incredible. First of all, I would just say I would never let a client.
I'd hope not.
I would advise against that. Mm-hmm. But 850,000
plus the divorce.
You're saying quid? Is that quid? You said England?
England.
England.
I don't know if it was quid. It just said 850,000.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. Regardless, she goes to her husband one day. We're breaking up. We're done. Why? I'm with Brad.
That's high conviction. Now, here's the thing. Do you feel bad and scorn the person that's doing the scam, or do you applaud them for a job exceedingly well done?
I think on one end, I want to applaud the fraudster, but I also feel like, come on. Like, that guy was throwing spaghetti at the wall that he knew it shouldn't be sticking, and he's like, this is working?
And here's the other thing. We all have to, this is where I give credit to the fraudster. I know this is crazy. Number one, great use of technology.
Sure.
Way to embrace AI.
Right.
You got a scam that worked. Because the thing is, look, I can look at myself in the mirror, Mitch, and I know that I am not at Brad Pitt tier.
Okay.
I think very highly of myself.
You do?
But I can selfly admit and say, you know what, Dimitri, I don't think you're Brad Pitt caliber. And if you're not having that honest conversation with yourself, I can't feel sorry for you.
I agree with what you're saying. My whole thing is, how did she ultimately convince herself that of all the people in the world, Brad Pitt reached out to her? And Brad Pitt, of all the people, like everyone knows he's good friends with Clooney. Clooney couldn't help him out. You're reaching out to her. I need your money. I need you to help me out. I'm in the hospital and no one else is helping me out.
Yeah, what's the due diligence on that?
This is what I'm saying.
Like if you're going and saying, hey, I'm Brad Pitt. Okay.
Prove
are you
it.
Actually Brad Pitt? Be honest.
Now call me. I can't talk to you right now, but I'll send you a picture. Buddy, you got to see the picture. Google the pictures that the guy was sending. It's gold. It's gold. It's, you know, my technology reach. He beats me by like a millimeter maybe.
Ooh.
So that's why you're looking at this going, what? And if you're the husband that got divorced on, you're like this. Okay, I can understand if you divorced me for Brad Pitt. I think any one of us would be. But you sent that much money, you didn't catch on to this? Like that's where the hurt that's where it hurts me the most.
Yeah, and you know the thing too, it's like it'd be really bad when you look at the email and say Broad Pratt 46 at gmail.com. Like that'd be terrible.
That would be the one, yeah, exactly.
That'd be tough. That would be tough.
That's a good one, yeah.
You know, again, it's the due diligence.
Okay, last one on the perusing of the nets. Yesterday.
I swear we're talking sports.
This literally happened yesterday. It's actually, you know, we're tennis guys. We actually talk a little bit about tennis on the show. We love our Federers. We love our Nadals. We love our Novak. Just yesterday, going on right now in the beautiful country of Australia is the Aussie Open, okay? Yesterday, the world went sideways when a young lady named Daniela Collins took tennis. Did you see this? Took tennis to a whole new level. And I'm going to tell you something. What did she do? She ended up beating an Aussie girl. So American lady taking on an Aussie girl. She beats her in a long game. You know, they went back and forth. The crowd, obviously, very heavy on the Aussie side, cheering on their locale, right? She turns around when they give her the microphone to be like, you know, how's the game? She's like, I don't appreciate you guys. I just beat your country. Okay. I'm the one. I'm the winner. I'm making money. I got a big fat paycheck. She was making gestures all night. And here's the thing, Dimitri. I love it.
She did a WWE promo in the middle of tennis.
Yes.
It was fantastic. That's how you create buzz.
Buddy.
Tell me now.
Yes.
You get a one-off win. It's really, I'm not saying it's an insignificant win, but in the grand scheme, I think we can all say the end result is not going to be the Australian Open Championship.
Maybe not.
Odds are against.
However. Yeah, right.
I see you.
All of a sudden, everyone knows who Danielle Collins is.
That's it.
That's it.
It was a WWE promo.
Buddy, I loved it. And I'm telling you, the next game she plays, whoever, and it's against another American, it's going to be jam-packed. People booing her, yelling at her like the heel.
TV time.
TV time.
All
man.
TV time.
And can I just take it to the next level, Dimitri?
Yeah.
And we'll get into the sports real quick. Why isn't all sports like this? Why isn't the NHL like this? Why isn't the NBA like this? Because Conor McGregor showed everyone. The UFC was like good, right?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you get a Conor McGregor fight. And the people tuned in and bought the pay-per-views because of what he was saying before the championship matches. He's not the greatest wrestler or fighter of all time. By far, he's not.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. But he's the most entertaining.
It's funny because I was going to bring Conor McGregor as an example because it did remind me. Remember, he did that one promo.
Yes.
He's like, I want to take this time to thank, or how did he say, to apologize, like to thank nobody, right, or apologize to nobody. But
That's
he
right.
had that famous promo with Rogan. The thing is that this is where I look at the fight game and WWE are MMA, boxing, and WWE understand that you can have sports, but it's true entertainment.
That's right.
And any polarizing figure that you can have, whether it's through their talent or whether it's through their speak, microphone, drama, whatever it is, it works, it sells, and it wins, especially in this day and age in comparison maybe to others when it wasn't socially acceptable, when you had a loudmouth and maybe they got benched. No, now you want sales, you want drama, you want story.
Yes.
You want it.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh,
dude, I'm telling you, I'm an Aussie tennis watcher now. That's what I'm going to be all about.
Yeah, why
but
not?
before I do that, the one thing I'm always going to do is I'm going to watch the NHL. Why? Because it's a little dump and chase time.
Ooh.
You ready?
Ready.
Here we go. Couple things happened during the Christmas New Year season. The World Juniors happened. Congratulations to Team USA. 2 years in a row, absolutely throttling everyone. Team Canada falling apart. We talked about it before we went on a little vacation. Dimitri, the games were being played in Ottawa. Team Canada still is the best team that's ever played in this tournament. But what's going on with the little USA-Canada rivalry? Because it doesn't seem like a rivalry anymore, my friend.
I don't think there's any rivalry in junior hockey anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone's at near par.
Right.
Canada-US is just, look, Canada-US is always going to be there. It's exciting for the American fan. It's exciting for the Canadian fan, no matter the status of the team. But it's not much of a rivalry anymore. It seems like they barely meet. And, hey, Canada. This is what happens when the world catches up and you stay stagnant.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
I don't know. I was really disappointed in Canada. I mean, it was talked about a lot through all the, let's say, other social media sites and all this, that, and the other. I think there's going to be a recalibrate over at Team Canada headquarters. They're going to reevaluate how they do things because
I don't.
You don't think so?
No.
Why is that?
When has there ever been?
Well, you don't think they're going to re-gauge? I mean, listen, to lose when they lost to Latvia in the shootout, I wasn't mad at Canada, and I'll tell you why. During a round robin, when you're the number one team in the league and the number one team in this tournament for years and years to be, heavy wears the crown, as they say, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone's got a bullseye for Canada. So across the world now, hasn't sports been better? Like the athletes are bigger, stronger. I don't care if you're from Latvia or Estonia or Germany. A hockey player is a hockey player. They're training harder. They're faster than they've ever been. The one thing that we can say, you know what I think it is? The determination of the Canadian hockey players. These kids, it's not what it used to be. They're not as hungry as those other guys going, I want to beat Canada because that's the goal. Where Canada goes, well, we've got all these goals, so what are we going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, great point. I also just think what's actually gonna change? Okay, so in next year, all they're gonna do is just pick the next best group that they think available.
Fair enough.
But so is everyone else, and everyone else has caught up.
Yes.
So there's no, hey, it's Canada's to lose until we see what happens. Oh, Sweden. Boy, did you have a good turnout this year. Actually, Sweden's been there forever.
Right.
Not forever. For the last while. So is Finland.
Okay.
So is Czechia.
All right.
So is the U.S. So is everyone else.
I don't know why you're
And
yelling.
here's the thing. I actually find the World Juniors...
I don't know why you're
now-
yelling.
I'm yelling.
You're
I'm
yelling.
upset.
You're getting a little
Because
upset.
everyone always says, well, Canada, we should be far ahead. Maybe we should be, but we're just not.
Right.
everyone's caught up on every single level.
Yes.
And you're going to see what's going to happen in the Nations Cup.
Yes.
Okay?
I'm so looking forward to it.
Me too, because Canada could very well win.
Sure.
And everyone will be like, see, we told you.
We told you.
But tell me, as a Canadian fan, World Junior, professional level,
Right.
how confident are you really?
I'm not that confident.
I'm not that confident. And if we talked about it before the break, put the Russian team in there. You tell me that's not the best roster?
I told you, we got to trade for a couple Russians.
We need Russians.
This is all I'm saying.
We need Russians.
You know what? With everything that's going on in this world, there might be that possibility that a trade could happen. You never know. Who
I mean,
knows?
listen, if you got dual citizenship,
I say
why
it's
not?
fair. Yeah, I totally agreed. Like Ovechkin's been playing for the U.S., Washington Capitals for so long. Isn't he American?
I mean,
Isn't
at this
he?
point, and he plays in the nation's capital.
I mean, how much more American do you need this guy
What
to
do
be?
you want from this guy?
That's all I'm just
You know
asking.
what I mean? We said it.
I'm just saying.
Alex Smith. That should be his new name.
That should be his name, Smith. Yeah, exactly. That's a good one.
Alex Smith. If you're just tuning
Smithkins.
Smithkins. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Sports Show.
Yeah.
At Sports Show Podcast on YouTube and Instagram. CGSW 90.9 FM. It's on your dial. Tell a friend. Share it with some family. However you're doing. We have
tell
a
people
half
about
hour
it.
on this. Yeah.
Just
We
tell
have
them.
a half hour on this network. As we're calling it network now.
Network.
We
That's
threw-
it, buddy. That's good.
We're big time.
They're big time.
The CJSW
Network. Yeah.
Here's the thing. On this network, we're only going 30 minutes.
So 30 minutes.
But we're going more.
Well, go after. Find us.
Late show.
And I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
Sports show overtime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Calgary Flames, as of right now, since we're talking local, this works out perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a playoff position right now. We're holding down the second wild card spot. Okay. We were supposed to be the worst team in the league this year. Somehow they're playing excellent hockey. I'm so happy for them. I'm so proud of them. If you're Craig Conroy, though, trade deadline's around the corner-ish. What do? Sell or buy? Do you go for the gusto? Do you go for the playoffs?
No, you don't. You didn't. Unless the golden opportunity arises, you don't really do much.
What do you mean by golden opportunity?
I mean, unless someone really wants to be here.
Right.
And the deal that's structured for
It's
a free
too nice.
is just too good to pass up because it's in the cards. Look, overachieved,
Yeah.
we can say.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the buzz. Here's what's crazy.
I'll tell you who's overachieving is the guy that you traded his hockey card, Dustin Wolf.
For
And you should go get it back.
for $35.
Just saying.
And I would do it again. And I'd said it to his
I think you're
face.
mistaken, sir.
I said it.
I think you're mistaken.
I said it to his face. And for all of you that say, I looked Dustin Wolf in the eyes
Mm-hmm.
and I told him that I got $35 for his rookie card.
Right.
It wasn't an exclusive. It wasn't an outburst.
Right.
It wasn't a numbered card. It was a straight Young Guns.
Right.
But I did it. And he knows about it. And I was man
And
enough
that's why
to
he's
tell
playing
him.
so well.
And that's why it's me. So
It's
you're
you.
welcome.
You're,
Calvin.
hey, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Just saying.
You know, every day he probably goes home, says that some guy troll. I'm $35, honey.
Yeah.
I'm 30. That's all I am. I'll show him.
Good for you.
Yeah. Next charity golf, Dustin Wolf. I'm going to trade your rookie again because I got more.
I agree with you. I think the Flames right now, though, stick to your guns. If you end up making the playoffs with this team, no trades, no tradesies,
No take backsies.
no take backsies. You make it, good on you.
Yeah.
You don't, it's kind of where we thought it was going to be. But, man, if they end up making it, not bad. But to your point, if there's a carrot dangling there and they can grab it, but do you make that move? Because the carrot will be like, look, we got the Huberdeau who's on fire this year.
And here's thank you, because what I was going to say is, how many of you are talking about the Huberdeau right now?
That's right.
Name me one person out in the media that has talked about the contract,
Right.
that has talked about him, that has talked about why he should leave the team.
Right.
I'm
He's
not.
back.
I'm
He's
not
back.
saying that it's not overvalued.
He's back.
He's back.
He's playing okay.
You're welcome.
You're well. Kadri, Anderson. Everybody wants the Anderson. But this is the thing. So and the carrot, I think, is where we're maybe misinterpreting for everyone. The carrot will be dangled in front of Conroy, right? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not the other way around where Conroy is looking for deals. It's the carrot that'll be given to him. I don't know. A little piece of me says if you're ahead of schedule, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
It's a good
Stay
thing.
the course.
Stay the course.
All this showed me with Calgary is they got a plan.
Right.
They're executing the plan.
Right.
and everyone's buying in and they're doing good. It's a fast, good, young team, a lot of bright spots.
Right.
Look, they have to build upon it. I'm not saying that this is the team where you say, good, leave it, and it'll mature into something. You got to have some heavy hitters. You got to have some superstars, but just be patient.
Right.
You
Relax.
You relax.
Relax a
You already
little
got here.
Easy.
Listen, you're at the all-inclusive in Mexico. Listen, the buffet is going to be there for the next 7 days.
It's not going anywhere.
You don't need 4 plates on the first sitting.
You don't have to eat all the ice cream.
You don't, okay? Take it easy.
Easy.
Go watch a
It's
show.
all paid for.
Stay at the beach. For crying out loud, hit the Modelo beer tap. I don't know what you want from me. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Relax.
Take it easy. So with that being said, here's the thing. You want to talk about carrots, and you want to talk about a little bit of drama. Over the last 3 weeks where we haven't been on the show, and I've been begging to, like, I was actually going to come and do a show on my own, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. Because the Vancouver situation, here's the Vancouver Canucks last year, won the Pacific, almost took out those Oilers.
I was there.
You were there.
I was there.
And this year, they're just 1 point behind Calgary right now for the wild card. They're not playing perfect. They're not playing bad. They're right there. But the problem in Vancouver is in the locker room. Oh, no. Their 2 best players. Ladies and gentlemen, this is as good as it gets. If for anyone that's listening right now, is like, I'm not really into sports, but you're into like the Housewives of Orange County, this is where we go. This is where we're going to intersect each other. This is where we're going to be friends, okay? There's a guy on the team named JT Miller. He's a little bit older, but he's a great hockey player. 2-way, meaning he can play defense, he can play offense, he can body check you, fight you, he can do whatever. And then Vancouver's got this other young gun from Sweden, good-looking kid, Pettersson. These 2 guys hate each other to the point where everybody in the NHL knows. The problem is they're both really good. If you're Vancouver right now, what do you do? Because this is obviously at the point now where this is causing a problem in the team. Like I said, they're only 1 point away from being the wild card. This is a team that's shown you last year they can win the Pacific. Do you get rid of one guy, Dimitri? Or do you keep them together and say, too bad, so sad, it's got to work out, boys. You did it last year. I don't know what happened that caused the controversy this year. What do you do?
It's very simple. I don't know why we have to overthink things.
Right.
You grab the JT Miller.
Right.
You grab the Pettersson.
Okay.
You take them.
Okay.
You walk them out into a field.
Uh-huh.
The whole team's around you.
Okay.
They form a circle.
All right.
You put 2 of them in the middle.
Okay.
And you get them to fight in schoolyard rules.
Oh.
Old school fist fight. I have a problem with you. You got a problem with me. Let's settle it. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to say, well, Dimitri, that seems childish. And you're right. Mm-hmm. It is. Mm-hmm. It's childish. It's what we did as kids.
Sure.
But here's what I also knew.
Right.
I remember getting into fights with my friends.
Okay.
I remember there was a winner, which was usually me, and a loser.
Which was also you.
Which was usually me. Regardless.
Right. Regardless.
All I know is this.
What?
On the walk to the principal's office.
Right.
As much as I hated that man.
Right.
And he hated me.
Right.
We never ratted on each other.
That's right.
And it was those bonds that I can confidently say brought the team together. You're just not letting them confront each other. You're not letting them fight. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Otherwise, someone's got to go.
Here's the thing, Dimitri. Pettersson to JT Miller. JT Miller, I'm assuming, would beat him senseless, okay? But, like, let's talk logic here. What would you actually do if you are... Like, I know that's actually what you would want to do.
I want to let them fight.
But they wouldn't do it. So, as a GM, the New York Rangers have been coming around the corner going, hey, how much for that JT Miller over there?
Yeah.
Are you going to trade the guy? See, here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware. You got a young guy, Pettersson, who just got his money last year, and he's 26 years old, and he's making like $11 million, $12 million, maybe even 13. Then you got this JT Miller guy. He's making about 9. He's a little older, but he does everything else you want him to do. Do you get rid of the guy that's young and up and coming and going to be that guy that you want him to be? Or do you get rid of the guy that you know he is what he is? He might be a little rough around the edges, but you know he's a winner and he's a little bit older. The reality is everybody that I've talked to about this, everybody, Dimitri, has said, I would keep JT Miller. Me, I agree with that sentiment. But are you the GM that has enough cojones to say, I'm going to get rid of that younger, big prospect, send him to another market, and what if he flourishes and you're stuck with the guy that's a little bit older, so you're not going to have him as long, and have to reap the situation that could arise out of that? It's a really tough one, man.
Yeah, no, in this, all jokes aside, if you ask me which one I'm keeping, it's JT Miller.
Right.
Why? Because you have a choice to make in that sense. You have two, they're both great players. They're your top two players.
Right.
One is a leader.
Well, Quinn Hughes might be
Fair
the best.
enough.
Yeah,
Okay, but that we're
top three.
We're talking offense.
Top three.
Top three. We're talking offense. So you have one guy who is the leader. JT Miller. I remember being in that crowd in Vancouver, and they love the JT Miller.
They do like the JT.
Okay, so you get the intangibles from a JT Miller.
Right.
You get the grit, you get the leadership, you get the performance, you get it all. When you look at a Pettersson and you say, look, yeah, you know what? You're a really good player and you're a prodigy, but if you're not performing at that level, like, why is he not top 10 scoring? And if you're there because all of us, you're just some excellent athlete that's supposed to produce points and be the go-getter, why are you not top 10 scoring? And when you look at the top 10 scorers in the league and you look at the emerging players that are coming up on that bottom 10, his name's not on there anymore.
Right.
So great, you got the endorsement from Gretzky one time years ago.
Right.
You got to perform. So I keep a JT Miller. You dish it while it's hot with a Pettersson and just build the team out because they got character pieces there.
You know, I think 99% of the GMs, truthfully, agree with you, but it's the unconventional thing to do. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get
Everyone knows that you're right, and I'm right, and a lot of people are right. They would keep the JT Miller, but technically, it's wrong. That's the crazy part about this whole thing. It's like, you know what you want to do, but at the end, I have a feeling, and I'm a big believer, that they will somehow deal JT Miller and keep Pettersson. I truly believe that will happen. I just do, because they're looking at it from an analytics point of view. If there's one thing that I said, you got the Danielle over here, Collins, changing a little bit of sports with her banter. You got the analytics in basketball. You got the analytics in hockey. The numbers just don't play in your favor to keep the JT Miller. Because remember, as a GM, you have the pull, but you got to go to the owner and go, listen, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the older person, the guy with a little less money. I'm going to give away the younger guy to do this, that, the other. It's not going to work. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, JT Miller will get traded, and it sucks because he shouldn't be the one that gets traded.
Yeah, I agree.
It's crazy. But you know what's crazier than that? Ladies and gentlemen, we're only 4 minutes away from getting off the air, and then the real stuff happens.
We're two.
It's the power ranking. It's the sports show power rankings brought to you by Sinatras. It's one of the greatest pizza places of all time. 403-472-5222. I'm telling you, we're going to do a live podcast from there one day, sooner than later. At number 5, ladies and gentlemen, they're a little bit on a heater. It's the Detroit Red Wings. 8-2 in the last 10. They're making the way. What's scary in the East and what I'm excited about as guys that do podcasts, there's 4 points that separate the wild card spot to the 9th spot. It's a logjam. It's a Toronto 401 logjam. Toronto at number 5. Or, pardon me, Detroit at number 5.
Finally.
Speaking of Toronto, at number 4, the Maple Leafs are the number 1 team in the Atlantic. They're still doing it, and I still don't see how. I don't know how they're doing it, Dimitri.
Berube.
Honestly, it's true. At number 3, guys, I got to say it. I got to give it to the Oilers, the number 1 team in the league right now. Well, the hottest team in the league right now. They're on a 4-game winning streak. McDavid the other day needed 3 points to beat Yari Curry for second all-time in Oilers scoring, and he did it with no problem. McDavid is making hockey look easy.
Finals.
At number 2, the Winnipeg Jets, like a nice plane ride. They started off hot. Great start to the flight. Little turbulence. But now it's smooth sailing again. This team is looking a little too good. But why is it I can't believe in them? Like another team that's blue, that's in Buffalo, that we'll talk about in a minute. Why can't I get behind them? Why? Winnipeg at number 2 and the best team in the league. Remember, this ranking is based on a curve.
I agree.
And at number 1, listen, at the beginning of the year, along with the Calgary Flames, they were picked to be the worst team in the league. And they are sitting in the second wild card spot right now in the East. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Calgary's second favorite team. The Columbus Blue Jackets are the number 1 team in the Sports Show Power Ranking.
Argue it. It's based on a curve. It's based on a curve.
Johnny, is that you? There it is, Sports Show.
Yeah.
CJSW 90.9.
Listen, we did it. I'm going to tell you something right now. We're going to clip it off air right now. But if you want to listen to the rest of the sports show, where we are about to get into the NFL.
Oh, boy.
We are about to get into rapid banter. We are about to get into pass or fail.
Oh, boy.
We're going to get into all of it. Continue to listen, where you can subscribe on our channels at Sports Show Podcast. Look for the blue and white logo. Look for it on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. CJSW 90.9 FM on the dials. Thank you very much. I'm not going to tell you it's one for the books. I mean, it is. But you get to listen to it at the end. Hey. We'll see you at the next half. Thank you, CJSW family. Let's catch you on the second half.
Second half.
Let's do it.
This is halftime. This is a halftime, and now we're going into the second half.
Halftime.
That's what's happening.
So,
can we just go right in?
Do we wait?
I don't know. Let's go.
Let's do it.
What do you got? We've already been cut off. There's no way that this is happening right now.
I get it.
We didn't plan this out properly.
No, it isn't. I mean, look, we took a break and we did what we did.
Last week we were supposed to be on, and then the booking.
Tell the truth.
This is what happened. Everybody, we were supposed to be on last week.
Yeah.
The booking in this place, as great as and grateful as we are to be on CJSW and to be here at the university, there's just a lot of people that got a lot of good programs that are on here, and they booked we did, and we just couldn't get on. That's as simple as it is. Done. Perfect.
And we had a choice to make on what do we do? I kind of flaked a bit. I've been a flake the last couple weeks.
You've been a little bit of a flake. Can we talk honest now? Now we're off the air. Now we can be back ourselves.
Yeah, we can, honestly.
See, for those that listen to the CJSW show and then they're like, wow, those guys were really timid.
Wow.
This is how we have to act. Yeah, this is what it is, right?
I do everything for you. I stick up for you. You turn your back on me.
Okay, can we get back to the JT Miller thing for a quick second?
I said, screw you, Joe Boo.
What do you think happened? Like, why do they hate each other so bad? Is this a girl thing? You think it's a woman thing?
No, I think it's a work ethic thing.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know.
Yeah. But
I mean, here in Calgary, we had an issue back in the
JT.
day.
JT Miller is an All-American American.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And I'm sorry, when you're Pedersen footing around the ice,
true,
after getting paid because you're the prodigy,
yeah,
the All-Americans got a problem with that.
You know what?
And so do I.
I really hope that's what it is. And if that's it, you would think that this would get fixed by now.
Unless he banged his wife.
Well, listen, I don't, literally I've heard nothing like that.
No, me neither. But we're just saying.
For two guys that played with each other last year and the year before, to now get to the point where you guys hate each other, you're absolutely right. It's got to be more what you're saying because it's been since the money. What have we talked about? Money wrecks everything.
Yeah, man.
You know? P. Diddy said it. More money, more problem.
But for all you sponsors out there, it won't wreck us.
Not here. No. It's fine here. Okay, can we get to the playoffs? Let's get to the NFL.
I've been a flake, though, hey?
Listen, you haven't been great. You haven't been the best. But you know I love you. I don't give a shit. George, you're my boy. I got your back.
George, this is for you. This is for you, George. This is for you.
Joe, we know what you're doing right now. We know. We know what's happening right now.
George, he's your cousin. Mm-hmm. For crying out loud.
For God's sakes, George.
Listen, we all go to watch you.
Wait until ACT gets on.
Poor George.
Oh, no.
He's going crazy. Mom, leave me alone. I'm watching YouTube.
Again, on repeat.
You know, I don't know what's up with these guys. They spent 45 minutes in that damn
First off, you
washroom.
don't talk about Thea that way. Thea's the best. All
I
right.
didn't say anything about Thea.
Listen, all right, let's get to the NFL.
Okay.
Last week, we missed the wild card weekend, all right? So let's do a quick little recap.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield was taking on Washington. Great. That was actually the best game of the week.
I called it.
Washington pulls it off.
Yeah.
Daniels is the new look. He's rookie of the year, no problem. I like this Commanders team. There's
Yeah,
just something
man.
about
Yeah,
them.
buddy.
I like them.
And Daniels, I'll tell you, like, he's got this weird Russell Wilson thing about him.
Okay.
No one really wants to talk about him.
Yeah.
Until he achieves. I don't know. I like him a lot.
Absolutely. You know what? He is good. And here's my one little nervous tick with him. He's playing for the Commanders. And he's reminding me a little bit too much of RG3. And I just
You
hope
think the
to God.
injury bug? Like,
Well,
how-
that's what I worried the most about.
yeah, but RG3 had the worst O line.
Yeah.
That a quarterback, a dynamic quarterback, could ever have.
Listen, right now, Daniels and the rest of that team, they're clicking. There's
Yeah.
something about them. I'm not against them. I like them. I find it fun.
What do you think? Do you see an upset there?
We're gonna get to that in a second. Hold on a second. Let's just get through the games real quick. Sure. The Rams last week, they couldn't play in LA. And you know what? Real quick. Thoughts and prayers to everyone in LA. Like, what the F is going on over there? Like,
Crazy.
what? So, Arizona, thanks for hosting. Taking on Minnesota. Listen. Listen. Why am I smiling? I'm not trying to.
Yeah, Pete, we're talking to you.
I'm not trying to smile.
It's the purple team.
Sam, can I talk to you for a minute? You guys went 14-2. 14, 14-2, right?
No. They
No,
went,
14-3.
Yeah.
What happened? You were on a heater the last 3 games. Everyone's like, JJ who? JJ what is going to happen? You know what I'm saying? You had it all. You had it all. It's all right there, bro. So, with that being said, is this. LA Rams didn't do anything crazy.
Did Detroit expose these people?
Maybe. And this is where I'm saying. So, Rams are off. They beat you guys senseless.
Oh.
Like, it wasn't even close. And to say Cooper Kupp had a big game? No. Did Pacao? No. No. Like, they beat you as a team, but there was nothing great about the Rams. That's what's scary. Because they're due. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah, man.
When McVay's the most exciting player / coach, he's the coach of the team, is that the most exciting thing? And that defense is young and they're just dumb? That's what I'm saying.
How you feel about the Rams is how I feel about Philadelphia.
Yeah. Let's get over to Bills. The Bills crushed Denver. Denver looked good. 3 plays in, I'm like, oh my God, the Bills are going to lose
Can I
at
tell you?
home.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Yeah.
So the DB sends me a text
Yeah. During the game?
during the game.
Yeah.
Actually, I send him a text.
Okay.
I go, hey, DB, you watching this? Right away, he goes, obviously. DB's a Broncos
He's
guy.
a huge Bronco guy.
Which is funny that his initials are the team's initials.
Interesting. Yeah.
Huh.
Look at that.
I just pieced that together.
Look at that.
So anyhow, we go back and forth. Like, you know what I'd like right now? I'd like for Bo Nix to throw just down your throat, Hail Mary in the end zone, put Denver up 7-0.
Right.
I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen. Next play.
Right.
It happened.
I believe you.
I said, I'm like, oh my goodness. He goes back. He gives me the WTF. That's what people do nowadays, right? I'm looking at this. I go, perfect start. That's how you do it.
Okay.
That's how you do it. But that's how you got to keep doing
I
it.
was just going to ask you, why do teams that get off to a hot start take their foot off the pedal?
Holy smokes.
Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy.
Why do they do this constantly?
Why the play calling has to change?
Buddy, I'm so with you. I don't understand. They went down the field in I think it was 4 plays, no joke.
It was 4
in Buffalo.
It was 4. Yeah, I think it was 4 plays.
I'm not saying that that's going to happen every single series they have, but you just expose them. So keep doing it or try to do it.
That's a statement. And then here's what I couldn't figure out. Here's what I couldn't figure out after. Look, we're all going to be saying, well, Buffalo's Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo is Buffalo. We all get it.
Right.
I don't believe in you, Buffalo, until you win a Super Bowl.
Hold on. We'll get to them in a second.
But get to them. I don't believe in you until you win a Super Bowl at this point with who you say you're going to be. But here's the thing. Denver, anyone who's attempting that, keep going.
Keep going. You have nothing. You're on house money, as Dimitri likes to say all the time.
You're on house money.
You're on house money.
You don't own what you don't sell.
The Ravens,
right? No,
taking on taking on Pittsburgh. They're rival, Calgary, Edmonton, Ravens, Pittsburgh. Demolished them, crushed. Boom, you move on.
Is Russell Wilson done? Are we done here?
No, you know what? I think Russell Wilson was not the problem. Here's the problem in Pittsburgh.
Really?
Listen. Pittsburgh is their own little issue here, Dimitri. They keep making the playoffs. So as an owner, how do you get rid of a coach, or how can you be mad at the coach and the coaching staff and the team going, well, you made the playoffs 15 straight years. Yes, we keep losing in the first round of the playoffs in some capacity, wild card or first round. But you keep making the playoffs, which other teams can't even get to the playoffs. So you can't be mad at them.
No,
Russell,
I'm not mad at them.
I don't think Russell's the problem. I swear to God, I think Russell was actually a good solution to their problem. They need to find themselves. They need they need a wide receiver that's a little bit more,
okay, fine, fine,
whatever. And then a run game. The defense just fell apart at the end. They lost, 6 straight, I think.
I look at that game and I say, you guys have been giving us the Wilson. You're going to run with him. And then you're going to give us the Fields from time to time where he looks brilliant.
Yeah.
Why not put the Fields in on this one?
I'll tell you right now, I'd rather deal with the Russell than the Fields.
I know hindsight's 2020.
Right.
I know. It's easy for me to say it right now. But, oh, man, I don't, what did Wilson do in that game, though, Mitch?
He didn't do anything in that game, but he is a...
But that's why you
that
bring him
offense,
there.
that team did change when he took over. Fields was good. He was a good alternate, and I think he's a great quarterback. And should he be a starter? Maybe. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying maybe. Depends on what team.
Sure.
But right now, Russell, I would still pick Russell over him. It's just that team in whole just doesn't have an identity. They don't. Tomlin right now should look at and say, I've been here all this time. This is a storied franchise. Trade me.
It's not a bad
trade me.
Yeah. Fair.
Philadelphia, putting a little smashing on our Packers. Can I just tell you a little something? I know we're very lucky. Favre, Rodgers,
oh no, Mitch,
and Love. But, buddy, where's the heart? Love has no heart. I don't care what you say to me. I don't care what you say.
I disagree.
No, he's got no heart.
Mitch,
He's got no.
Mitch,
no, I'm sorry.
You're a disgruntled
no,
fan.
I am mad. I am mad.
You're disgruntled.
I am.
You're disgruntled.
I'm mad.
I'm
upset. Okay, go.
Gotcha.
I'm
You're a disgruntled fan. You see that? I controlled the count. I put him offside. Flag on the play, offside.
Throw in the end zone.
On the defense. 5-second penalty for over talking. First down. Should we put penalties? Do we do flags?
That's not a bad idea.
Oh my God! What if we
had to throw flags?
We throw a flag on the
That's
other person.
That's not a bad idea. I like that.
It's like flag on the play.
Flag on play.
Hearsay by the defense.
Yeah.
Okay. Love has heart. How can you be named Love if you don't have heart?
That's a good
It doesn't
point.
even make sense, Mitch.
Well, you got me there.
Okay.
You got me there.
Okay.
Fair enough.
He's all heart.
Nah, man.
Because he's all love. Yes, he is. You and I both know. Hold on. You're being a little...
I'm letting you speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, the jury, the
you
defendant is being aggressive. He is emotionally tired.
Go ahead.
And he is suffering what we call from sports bias. Okay? The thing is he's playing through injuries. You know it. I know it. Okay? LaFleur likes to control things around there. You know it. I know it.
All right.
even if the Packers would have won, who are they going to play with this weekend? Who? The receiving core is done. And when you say the Packers have no heart, not true. Jordan Love, throwing the balls, he got them there. Great season, okay? Even when he got his money.
Great?
Yes.
Good.
Good. Okay, fine.
All right, that's better.
Pretty good. Pretty good?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good's better than good.
But it's not great.
No, it's not great.
So
No,
we'll
it's not
agree
great.
on pretty good.
Last year was great.
Time out. The guy got his money.
Yeah.
The guy in a division with a 15-2, 14-3.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay?
I agree. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
No,
Yeah.
Jordan Love, not the problem. That game with the Eagles, Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
You're going to say no heart there?
No, Josh has been awesome. I got no problem with
Reed,
Josh.
how about Reed? No heart there?
You know, I have Blake and Just Win calling me. Raider fans, friends of the guys with the putter. You know what I'm talking about.
The putter,
right?
We owe him.
We owe him a launch pad is
You
what we
more
owe
than-
him. Yeah.
you-
It's coming. It's coming.
We do.
Long story short, they were texting me before the game, what's going to happen? I'm like, guys, if we can establish the run, we're good to go. We're going to be fine. You know when we lost the game? The kickoff. Kickoff comes, fumble the first play,
Standard
done.
Packers.
Clip,
Standard Packers.
Gone. I left. I walked away at that moment. I'm not even joking. I walked away.
Listen, the fact of the matter is the Packers were the underdogs. They did try their best. I'm not really disappointed. Listen, it was a bad game for both teams.
Oh, it wasn't a great game.
Okay?
No,
it was like the Packers could have won that game very easily off being terrible.
Agreed.
The Eagles won that game off of being terrible.
Right. I agree. The Eagles shouldn't be proud of that win. I
No.
agree with you. I'm down with you there. However.
However.
What do you got?
Ladies and babies.
What do you got?
You're going to look at that and say, you got underperformers down your belt?
Okay.
You can't believe in this Eagles team?
happening?
What have I been saying all year?
What'd you say?
What did I say? I'm a
I
Packers
don't know.
fan. What have I been? All of you that listen to the sports show, what have I been saying all year?
What'd you say?
I'm just going to leave it at that. You know where I stand with these Eagles.
I know. Last game, Houston beat the Chargers. This is the funny thing. Houston was the favorite in this game. They had home field. Everyone had the Chargers. Houston
No.
ends up winning. All right.
no.
So now we move on to the divisionals. Here we go. KC taking on number 1 seed KC, the Taylor Swifts of the league, taking on the Houston Texans. What do you got in this one? They play tomorrow.
You guys.
What do you like?
Guys.
What do you like in
You
this one?
guys, everyone always says in Houston and KC and this, and everyone wants to bet against this Kansas City team. Ladies and babies, honey sugar babies, it's going to be a blowout. I got KC. Cover the spread.
Yeah.
Do it. Why? Because it's back. It's the money-making matchup of the week. All of you want to do your discount double checks on anywhere where you're getting your insurance. Well, here's an insured bet for you. You take KC. You take the Swift. You take the Kelsey on the KC
What?
to B. If we're not in BC,
I can't believe
in
this.
AD, you're doing it. Do it.
Boom.
Here it is.
Done. Rams, Phillies. Do the Rams upset the Phillies? Caw-caw. Caw-caw. You know what? I do agree. Phillies do. We'll talk to you next week, Philly. But you're right. You're 100% right. Washington taking on the number 1 seed, Detroit. Here's my thing.
Do it, Mitch.
Here's my thing.
Do what's right.
Detroit, you look at me now. You look at me.
Look at him.
Look at me.
Look at him.
You can do this. But this is what is the craziest part of it all. You have to play conventional football. You start doing 4th down crap every 2 seconds, Washington will beat you. If you guys are taking Washington lightly, Washington will beat you. Why? Because they're smarter. They know they're on house money. They got nothing to prove. They're going to come into Detroit. They know you're decimated a little bit on defense. You got a couple of guys back, but not the whole team. Here's the thing. Watch out. Don't get cocky. Play your game. You will win. There's no doubt about it. But don't let the media and everybody else get it. Tell your coach, 4th and 1 on our own 20. We're going for it. No! We're punting the ball. Call an audible, punt the ball. You'll win the game, but don't do anything crazy. Next week against Philly, then get crazy. We'll talk about that next week.
Hot take? Hot take.
No. The hot take starts now. Ravens, Bills. This is what I've dreamed of. Dimitri, let me have a minute. This is what I've dreamed of for years. These are two quarterbacks. I basically said, hey, you're both losers. You're never going to make it. You're never going to make it in this league. Have you proved me wrong? Sure. Sure you have. But one of you tomorrow, or pardon me, Sunday night, is going to prove me right. One of you is not going to win. One of you will be maybe a 3-time MVP. One of you might be that guy that is the Bill Mafia's dream come true. But one of you will not win, which means one thing. I'm right. You're wrong. Let's go. Ravens, Bills. Dimitri, it's in Buffalo. The conditions are a little bit like what we see outside right now. A little bit dusty with the snow. It's going to be cold. What do you like? Honest to God. Because I'm down the middle on this one. This one's tough, man. I give a lot of credit to Josh Allen. He had a great year. I give another credit to Lamar. This has been his best year of his 3 potential third MVP. I don't care what they say. They say they decided who the MVP was already. This game will decide who the MVP of the NFL will be this year. Winner takes MVP. Buddy, I'm going to leave it to you because I don't know. I still, to this moment, have no idea who I want to pick.
This, I wish.
Yeah.
Or here's what I hope. How we're talking about this game, I just hope we talk about the Super Bowl in the same way. Because to me, this game is the Super Bowl.
In a lot of ways, absolutely.
You know, just from a fan... and then the outcome of this game, should KC win? I'm saying
Yes,
should KC win?
Yeah.
We're going to have the same type of conversation. It just, this one is tough. And so what I don't want to entertain is when it's all said and done, when the people say the I told you so's and I told you this and that, that's all fine and dandy. You're wrong. No, you didn't. Don't give me that. Here's who I want to win.
All right.
I actually want Buffalo to win.
Okay.
I actually want Buffalo to go to the final.
To the Super Bowl.
I do. I want them to go to the Super Bowl.
Why? You're
I just
you're a sicko.
I feel
you're
bad.
A sicko.
I feel bad. I feel bad.
You're a sicko is what you are.
But here's my pick.
Go ahead.
I'm picking the Ravens.
Wait a minute. 2 seconds ago, you just...
I know.
2 seconds ago, you just said you want Buffalo in the Super Bowl, but you're taking the Ravens in this game.
Yeah, listen.
All right.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Every man is born with 2 heads and 2 brains.
2 brains.
Sometimes you got to know when to think with one over the other. It's not my fault.
I got you. Okay.
But
I was lost for there for a second.
Sometimes you got to know which one you got to trust. One gets you in trouble.
What? Yeah.
And one doesn't. Right. Today I'm going with the one that doesn't. Why am I picking the Ravens?
Okay.
I just think at the end of the day, it comes down to old school, fundamental football. And if you can run the ball, you can win the game.
Is he in my notes again? Is he in my notes again? Because that's what I had written down. If the elements are like what we are seeing outside, which apparently it's supposed to be a cold, windy day, you're in Buffalo. Who do I trust more? Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson running the ball potentially over Josh Allen and Cook? Yeah, I do.
I always fear the teams, and this is as a Packers fan under the Aaron Rodgers regime. Yeah. I always fear the teams that can, if you can win a game by 2 to 3 scores and rack up points, you're the best team on the planet. But if you can't win a game 16 to 13,
right?
10 to 7,
right.
It's not.
I don't believe in the Buffalo defense, and neither do the Ravens. Do I think Buffalo's defense is better? Yes.
Maybe, sure. But can Buffalo convincingly tell you that they can win a game 10-7?
This is the
That's tough for me.
This is the one game. This is what I will say. Here's where my 51-49 percentage is on the Ravens. But the fact that it's even that close is because I feel like the Bills Mafia, like the crowd will be so insane. It could actually be in the benefit of the Bills. I don't know. At the end of the day, I am going to be with my counterpart. I am taking the Ravens. I think that old school football will be what will prevail here. I do believe it. And then, hey, listen, Houston, hey, I almost did it. I almost swore. Don't try to be cool. If I see a Houston Ravens AFC Finals, I'm going to throw up. No. Give me KC. Give me the reigning, like the guy that wins the Super Bowls versus the MVP. Give me Mahomes. Give me a Lamar. I'm okay with that. If I see CJ Stroud taking on Lamar or even a Josh, I will throw up. I'm not watching NFL anymore. I'll do it. I swear to God, I'll do it.
He's already there.
You know what? One thing I missed more than anything?
Tell me.
Rapid Banter. A.J. Brown, wide receiver of the Philadelphia, was seen on the sidelines last week reading a book to relax during the game. Learning never stops, or Oprah Book Club is real.
Even Playboy has articles.
He was legitimately reading a book on the side. I don't know if you saw the highlights. Robbie Williams, huge music sensation, did a movie about his life that cost $110 million. To date, it's made $1.1 million. Bust. We'll give it some time.
Why not just go through your videos?
I mean, it's not a good ROI.
No.
Dallas Cowboys finally parted ways with Mike McCarthy this week. Get Jimmy Johnson back, or it's prime time. Here we go.
And his son.
Study shows that chopping wood increases testosterone more than any other sport. True or timber?
In order to get wood from testosterone, you got to throw a couple chops on the handle. I agree.
Not bad. That was a good one. Evgeny Malkin. His house was broken into and they stole his Stanley Cup rings. If there's a ransom note, should he pay him to get them back?
Malcolm for all he's worth.
Last one. Hall of Famer Mike Modano played exactly 1,499 games in the NHL, all because Mike Babcock sat him in his final game. Best team gets on the ice, or he was Bab-cucked.
Outside of my search history, him and Yandel, the two greatest woulda, coulda, shoulda.
There it is. Rapid Banter. This is why people have to invest in the CJSW after the fact.
They got to do
you know
it.
What I'm saying?
The after-hours show is where the money's at.
Show.
Okay.
All right. So it's a new year. You know what comes with that? Resolutions.
Ooh.
Everyone's talking.
Okay.
So I've gone down a little bit of a wormhole when it comes to like longevity, supplements. In fact, if you go to Netflix right now, there's a guy. Netflix has
Hemsworth.
No, the other no. Brian Johnson's this guy's name. He's a millionaire, sold his company, blah blah. So he spends over $2 million a year on his body. Buddy, his house is like a laboratory. Okay.
I spend about $150.
Yeah.
Dollars.
Dollars. Yeah, I was gonna say
Canadian.
3 figures.
American.
American, that's right. Inside joke there. All right, it's MAGA MALAKA because I went down a wormhole, okay?
Yeah.
And there are so many things out there right now that, like, people are telling you got to do this because this is going to help you, and you're going to do this, you're going to do that.
Yeah.
It's MAGA MALAKA, pass or fail, call what you want.
Sure.
Things that are going to make you healthy 2025.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay,
Here we
ready.
go. Here
I
we
like
go.
this one.
Activate charcoal. I don't know if you saw this. You can drink some charcoal. It will clean you out Activating the charcoal.
Yeah, no,
MAGA, MALAKA.
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 I'm sorry. No.
You know what they do with that?
No.
They do that for people that have like literally blanked out drunk, right? This is what they do to you.
It's called
when you-
water.
This is what they give you when you go to the hospital, just so you know.
Time out.
Yeah.
It's MALAKA. A, it's called water.
Yeah.
B, let me tell you something. Right. You know, and I know that when you're drinking, you know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
When you're doing it and why you're doing it. Don't give it.
Don't.
You're talking. Look who you're talking to right now.
Two guys that know.
Look who you're talking to.
Yeah, the guys know.
Okay, so no. Charcoal?
Your thoughts, MAGA, MALAKA, on cupping. You know, like when they put the cup on your back, they put a little heat on it, and it sucks the...
Yeah, MAGA.
MAGA. Have you done it?
Yeah, we've been doing it for years.
Oh, yeah? You like it?
Love it. Okay. Actually, there is something to be said about that. It really gets at the muscle.
So one of the biggest things out there right now, I don't know how they do this. I didn't investigate this further. Bee sting therapy.
Excuse me?
Bee sting. So what it does is it helps with your skin inflammation and scarring. So you let bees basically bite you, like sting you.
So bee sting therapy, or what Mitch's wife calls Saturday night.
You son of a bitch, you got me on.
MAGA.
It is a MAGA, by the way.
You're welcome.
It works. I can prove it. 6 weeks later, I got something to show you. Listen to this. Okay, so right now, you're hungry, right? It's 10 o'clock. You're like, I need a little something. I want to watch a little Netflix. But you know what? You know it's not good. So what do? Mouth taping. You put tape over your mouth. It's a legit thing that people sell. And a lot of it, mouth tapers. MAGA or MALAKA.
I'm just going to say MALAKA. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll leave it.
Okay.
Cold plunge. The old cold plunge.
You know
MAGA
what?
or MALAKA.
You know, I'm going to say MALAKA.
Why?
So everyone does it.
Yeah.
And you do it. What benefits? Really?
There's benefits to it.
No, there's not.
Sure there is.
Where?
It's great for your body to like heal itself.
Yeah, because the proof is in the pudding.
A lot of people do it.
No, MALAKA. I don't buy it.
I disagree. I think it's a MAGA, but here's the thing. Here in Calgary, do you need to cold plunge or maybe just go walk around your neighborhood within your underwear on?
If I have spare time and I want to sit in the elements,
right,
I'll take a sauna.
The sauna, it's actually next.
I'll take a sauna.
Sauna is next. Sauna was next on my list.
Listen. Yeah. There's only one thing that I do for up to 2 minutes.
Right.
And cold plunge is not it.
But is it because you're worried about certain things?
No.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
No. I'm not worried.
Apparently, it's pretty good. I might get into it this year. I was thinking about getting one for the house.
The cold plunge.
The cold plunge.
Yeah,
just having it outside, jumping in.
Look,
here's my worry about it. I get it, and I'll never use it. That's my worry.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
I can see that.
I'm scared.
Look, if you're gonna go cold plunge, because I just did hot tub, sauna,
right,
heat.
Yeah,
let's regulate the temperature,
right,
bring it down. Yeah, I'm all for that. I like that. But to say, honey, give me the ice bath,
right,
and just sitting there, why?
Yeah.
I have yet someone to tell me why. Why? Because the liver
it's good. It's good for your body.
Some enzymes. I'm giving my liver some enzymes right now.
How about this one? You've heard of it. I've heard of it. The carnivore diet. Only meat.
You know, there's something to be said.
Yeah.
Something to be said here.
Sure.
Overall, though, MALAKA. I just don't see how that's good.
How about this one? This one's become a very popular hydrogen water. So there's a certain water bottle. I actually have it. I bought it. And you press a button and it gives you hydrogen.
Oh, no.
Hydrogen bottle.
MALAKA.
I disagree. I'm going to tell you something. It's been great.
Listen, let me explain to you something.
Sure.
Water, by chemical compound, is 2 parts hydrogen to 1 part oxygen.
Right.
So why do you need extra
because
hydrogen
it's good for your body.
apparatus?
And this is the other thing.
Where's
May
the
I
oxygen?
also add hydrogen water with a little whiskey in it? Not bad.
Different story.
Not bad.
Different story.
Not bad. All right, a couple more. Doing your blood work. Like a lot of people now going,
MAGA.
I'm not just going to go for like when I'm not feeling well. Once a month, once a quarter, once whatever.
When it comes to that, it's MAGA all day long for me. Okay?
Peptides. The peptide. This has become a big thing. The peptides. Are you familiar with the peptide?
No, what's a peptide?
Peptides, like basically, it's a shot you can do to yourself, and it's actually become very popular in Mexico. The states are starting to implement it more. It's just an opportunity to heal your body better. It's been pretty. It's actually very well documented. It's actually pretty popular. But here in Canada, for some reason, they just won't bring it on.
I'm gonna go MALAKA because you didn't sell it right now.
I didn't sell it.
You didn't sell it.
Here's the thing. I didn't sell it right.
You didn't sell it.
What about TRT? Are you in or out for the little testosterone? Little test.
I'm in. I don't need extra.
Well, you kind of do.
You know I push numbers.
I know you push the numbers. Last one. Here's the thing. I read this. Some people are in it. Some people are out of it. Drinking your own urine. MAGA or MALAKA.
MALAKA.
Buddy, this is the best part.
MALAKA.
I would love to talk to my dad about this right now and be like, Dad, listen, you want to get better? Drink your own piss.
Drink your own. Listen, I know what's going in. I don't need what's filtered coming out.
Wait a minute. You know what's going in, so you're like, wait a minute.
No,
it could be not bad.
I know what's going in. There ain't nothing that's coming back. What's coming out? Listen, here's what else is going in.
Right.
Is you to go all in on the sports show by following us on the channels. At Sports Show Podcast, look for the blue and white logo. It's right there in front of you.
Right.
I want you to hit the subscribe, the follow button on Instagram and on YouTube. I want you to listen to us on Spotify. If you don't want the visual, do the audio.
Do the audio.
Spotify,
What's wrong with that?
Podbean. Here's the other thing that you got to do. If you didn't follow our advice, go back and follow us on YouTube and everything else. But look, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much. Thanks for bearing with us. South Carolina, George, everything is okay.
We're all
back
good.
at it. Here is the thing. Episode 339. 3 times 3 equals 9 on time. 420, 25 coming at you. Another big year. Tell all your friends. Get someone to subscribe. Thank you for all of us that listen to us.
That's all I got.
One for the books. We got to shove it in the locker.
Sports show.
Because we got to hit the showers. There you are.
Oh, it's good to be back, you son of a bitch. Listen to me. I'm scratching this off. Boom.
He's playing for keeps.
What a week.
W, we're saved by the bell by the Sports Show, playing every week. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Sports Show TV, at Sports Show Podcast. Amy, do it. At Sports Show Podcast. Amy can do anything.
She's the best.